All right. Don't mind the ratchet hood rats over there. But got the EM1 getting ready to go out to Rob out in Washington. Looks pretty good at whatever time it is. Almost 9:30. But yeah, this is a pretty solid car. We picked this one up, so I try to buy a lot of stuff together if I go and buy things. So this guy actually had some transmissions and like a D-series head and like a bunch of other stuff that he wanted to sell. And when I got there, he had this in the garage, and he had just put a new head on it because the previous guy that he bought it from, they didn't torque the head down, and it was basically, it acted like it had a blown head gasket, but it really just wasn't even torqued down enough. And so he replaced that, and then he came and bought a new OEM intake manifold gasket from us, and then put this back together, and then he just had it sitting there. But he's actually an old-time friend of mine that we used to be in aircraft together, and he was like, yeah, I don't drive it, it just kind of sits here, and I'm getting ready to go back to Washington. And I was like, well, shoot, you want to sell the car too, along with all the other stuff that you got? And he was like, yeah, sure. So we ended up buying the car and everything that he was selling as far as like parts wise and all that. So that's how we ended up with this car. And then I put a little bit of time and money into it, put a new rear bumper on the rear. It was cracked, got some dents PDR'd on it, cleaned up the interior a little bit, cleaned up the engine bay a little bit. And that's really about it. And then my buddy hit me up and he was like, hey, I really want the car for a daily. So we sold it to Rob, and that was 3 weeks ago, and it's getting picked up tonight finally. And then it's going to get shipped up there. So it's been a little bit of a process. Right now car shipping it's kind of expensive. Our price to get this shipped from Tulsa, Oklahoma to Washington, I'm not for sure exactly what city, but in Washington State, it was $1,900. And I've shipped cars previously last year, and it was nowhere near that. I mean, we shipped a non-running roller from Tulsa to New York, and it was like $1,200. And that was a non-running car, and those are always more expensive. Running cars are always going to be cheaper, obviously, because it's less work. They can just drive it up on the truck and go. So that's just a little bit of insight to this car, how we got it, and shipping prices now. So obviously everyone's seen that fuel prices have gone up, but it's not just fuel, it's also the workload that a lot of truckers have to do right now and all that sort of stuff. So if you're looking at shipping a car, just keep that in mind. It is going to be more expensive to do it right now, non-running or running, it doesn't really matter. But just happy to see it go. Now it kind of frees up some space for my car, because I haven't been able to drive this car for probably, well, since we've got that car. So it was at the track, and the last time I really got to drive it was at the racetrack at Howlett. And so I haven't been able to drive it since then, and it's been raining a lot here in Tulsa. I just have the lights turned off because these lights up here just attract like a crazy amount of bugs, and there was literally stuff just like flying around in here, so I turned them off. But either way, now I'll get to drive this car, and I really do enjoy driving this car. So, but either way, I'm ready to get started on this car. I'm still not 100% dead set on if we're gonna K-swap it or not. I don't really know. I got some bad news back from the machine shop, and I think I already told you guys, but the extra B16 head that I had, it was no good. It's not able to be used or resurfaced again to make it 100% to where I would need it to be at to be able to build a motor for this car. I do have the original head that came off of this car, the original Type R head and all that, which I could put on that block. But again, I kind of just don't really want to use it. I'm kind of partial to everything that came off this car. I don't really want to damage it anymore or blow that up and trash the head that originally came with this car, because I mean, you know, it is an original 97 Type R and all of that stuff was there, and it is my first right-hand drive car, and it is a true DC2. So I don't know, but you know, I'd love to hear what you guys would like to do. If you guys had this sort of car, you know, what would you do? Would you rebuild the Type R? Would you build a B20 VTEC for it? Would you K-swap it? What would you do with this car? In your opinion, what do you think would be best for this? I'd like to hear it. But I hope you guys had a good night. Hope you guys have a good weekend. I'm gonna sit here. I might videotape the car getting loaded up, and then I'm gonna go home and pass out because it was a long day. I had a movie shoot earlier today. I was an hour up north. We were filming a movie. It's called Skies. It's not really the name of the movie, but that's what they're calling it as far as what they're letting people know. But it is a really cool piece. If you guys are ever interested in any of the acting and stuff that I do, there's a lot of it that goes around here in Tulsa. And I've been in several movies, several shows, all that sort of stuff. So I'll probably talk about that more on maybe like another video or something, not car related, but that's it for now. Having to pull the car on the trailer because he said he needed help with this low car. So I told him I would help him, but Mr. Rob, you got to help him get it back off, so this one's on you. All right, we're on there. That took a good minute to get that sucker all the way back there, but we're on there now. We'll be heading up to Washington to get dropped off. Still got to put these down and make sure everything clears, but looks like we're good to go. And then we'll go up to Rob, and then he'll let me know how everything goes. So it takes a good minute, and sometimes, you know, I always wait here because, you know, normally I'm like, oh man, I'm not waiting. They can do it. They can ship it, you know, whatever. But man, I feel bad for these guys because these dudes are on the road non-stop, you know, picking up cars, moving all kinds of different cars, and, you know, especially something like this that's way lower than normal cars. When I say way lower, it's still not even, you know, that low, but, you know, it's a process, and anybody knows that deals with these cars that it's a freaking pain in the butt. So we got it on there, everything clears, and then like I said, we'll be getting dropped off in Washington up there. So that's it for now.